Pans and Pioneers. Today I'm going to be making oatmeal cream pies and or oatmeal cream sandwiches. The box of oatmeal cream cookies that you get at the store with the white filling, whatever you call those, that's what I'm making today. This is the homemade organic version of that. And let me tell you what I've already got in the bowl. I'm trying to shorten the length of the video, so I've just dropped everything in this bowl. I'm going to cream together my sugars and butter. So this is a cup of butter. This is brown sugar, granulated sugar. I'm going to put in a couple of eggs. I've got a half a teaspoon of salt. I have a teaspoon of cinnamon in here. And I'm going to put a teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of vanilla. So let's cream our sugar while I go grab my vanilla. Let's get this creamed up. Go ahead and get our teaspoon of baking soda in here. We'll get our teaspoon of vanilla. I'm just using organic vanilla. I make my own. I make my own with vodka and vanilla beans. I'll have to do a video on that someday. Okay, now we're going to add in an egg at a time. Stir together. And this recipe is going to be on potspansandpioneers.com, so you can print it off there if you want to make these. I'm going to add about a, let's be having ready to go. I'm going to put about 1/4 of a cup of cream cheese as well. And this will help the oatmeal cookie be really soft, just like you get in the package at the store. We're going to let that cream together. And then we're going to add 1½ cups of all-purpose flour. Now I'm going to stop this and just add a little bit and then let it go back to, incorporating. Because if you put it all in here, it's just going to fly up and hit you in the face. Sorry about my hand. I need a half a cup. Okay, our last ingredient is going to be 3 cups of quick oats. You can use non-quick oats if you want. I just use the quick oats, and I get mine at Whole Foods, and they're just don't know if I have room to show you here with the mixer and in the way, but let's see if I can make some room. So this is the brand that I buy. It's organic, raw, just raw oats. It's a quick oat. And we're going to add 3 cups of oats to this batter. And what's neat about this particular brand is it's not a real big, like Quaker Oats has a really big, large oat. They're just really, they're big, bigger than these. And I don't know if they grind these down, which I don't think. I think they're just the way that they are organically, but I'll show you in just a second. Let me measure out the 3 cups. Okay, this is the 2 cups. And I'll do one more. But as you can see, the oats are just really fine, and they're small. They're not big like some of the Quaker Oat brands that I buy. I'm going to turn this on a little bit and let it kind of, just give it a couple of pulses. Because it's going to get real thick and it's going to try to make it hard on the mixer. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and add, get this down in here. I'm going to go ahead and add in the last cup of oats. And then I'll give this a quick pulse. Now, at this point, you can add, I wouldn't recommend using your mixer, but you could certainly add in walnuts. I think finely chopped walnuts, as well as, you know, raisins, organic raisins, or cranberries, or whatever it is you like to have, you know, against an oatmeal type style cookie. This is going to be a sandwich cookie, and you're going to keep these in the refrigerator because the filling is, you know, is going to have to be, because it's got butter in it. So you're going to need to keep them in the refrigerator. But they last up to a week, and I've never had them last that long, just because when my family sees them in the refrigerator, they get a little crazy. They're like an ice cream sandwich around here. So, okay, so I'm going to chill this dough for probably about 30 minutes. So I'm going to cover this with cellophane and chill it for about 30 minutes, just to get the butters and the cream cheese back into a really kind of a firm condition. And we'll come back and get them on the cookie sheet. Okay, I've got the dough out of the refrigerator. I just refrigerated it for about 30 minutes. And I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to use my Whippy Pie. This is a Wilson pan. I got it at Michael's, I think, or Hobby Lobby, I'm not sure. Over in the cake decorating department. They sell, these are for Whippy pies, but they give you the exact size of a great cookie to have a filling in the middle of it. So I'm going to cheat a little bit and use that. You could use just a regular cookie pan and absolutely, you know, put these on your cookie thing. So I'm just going to press, take about a teaspoon, and I'm just going to press this down into the pan. And as it cooks, it will fill up that space, or it has in the past. So I'm always proven to be wrong. So So I'm going to go ahead and get the pan filled up and get these into the oven. We're going to bake them on 350 for about 12 minutes. Again, I'm going to watch them because I don't want them to overcook or burn or anything like that. So you don't want a really dark brown bottom of a cookie. You want kind of a light brown. And so we'll get these in the oven and we'll be right back. And they'll be baked off, and then we'll start our filling. I thought I'd share a perfect situation that I come across a lot, and once I learn this and I find that I make more and more things more economically than just dropping what I'm doing or stopping a recipe because I'm out of something. I'm trying to put together the filling for these cookies, and I was going to get all the ingredients together, and I only have probably a half a cup of powdered sugar. Now, I'm going to make my own powdered sugar. I'm not going to run to the store. I'm just going to take some organic pure cane sugar, and I have my Vitamix here, and I'm just going to pour pure cane sugar into a Vitamix. Right. I'm going to pop the lid on, and I'm going to put this all the way up to high, or my setting is 10, and then I'll pop it on high. So if you want to mute the video at this point, you can. I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to make my own powdered sugar. It's going to take less than a minute. Powdered sugar. All done. Now I can keep on going with my recipe. Okay everyone, the cookies or the oatmeal cream sandwiches are out of the oven, and they're all beautifully browned. They're of a great thickness. They're going to be a really good sturdy oatmeal cream pie or an oatmeal cream cookie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you can do either side. For the purposes of presentation, you may want to put your cream filling on the inside and put your presentation of the cookie showing on the outside, or you can do the reverse if you like the rustic look. Obviously you can cream this side and do the other. So let's get started. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you both ways. That's probably the easiest thing to do. So in this container here, I've used pure cane sugar to make my powdered sugar, which I think you just saw, and I've got a half a cup of cream cheese, 2.5 cups of powdered sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, and about 2 tablespoons of half and half. And I've just whipped it like crazy in my with the wire beater. And the butter, let's see, I'm using real butter, and it's 1.5 or half a cup of butter. I don't know why I can't get my head around everything today. So, or a stick of butter. How's that? That's easier. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take a cookie, and we'll do the pretty side up, and I'm just going to, you just ice it like you would a cupcake. And you know, you want your ratio pretty good size. My husband loves these, and it only takes him like 3 bites to eat them, but I just put a pretty decent amount because when you put the other side of the cookie on there, it's going to, you know, that's going to be a pretty big hunk. You don't want it all oozy out. You can take a knife and clean it up around the edges, and then I just set them over in a pan. So, and then we'll do the pretty side down. See, just so you see what that looks like. So I'm just gonna, you get more filling or cream cheese filling on the rough side just because you can go further around it. And I put these in that pan, and they're quite a bit thicker. So there you go. There's one. That's rough side. The pretty side to me is the nicest because you can just, again, you can get more filling on there. And I just take like 3 of them, stack them, and or you can do 2, stack them, and then I put them in saran wrap, and I put them in the refrigerator, and then when they, or you could just do 1 at a time if you wanted to, and that way people, you know, they just grab one right out of the refrigerator, and you know, that's their snack. This is all organic. It's not the oatmeal cream pies that you get at the grocery store, for sure. So it's probably going to have more pure ingredients, but probably not less calories. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you'll try to make these for your family. These are just a wonderful thing to have around for if you're just craving something sweet. The oatmeal part of the cookie is not super sweet because we only did a half a cup of sugar, but the sweetness of the filling against the cookie, it just makes a wonderful treat. So I hope you'll try my recipe for oatmeal cream pies, and we'll see you next time, and we'll be sure to post more videos, and click our like button and also hit our subscribe button, and that will notify you when we have another video up. Everybody have a blessed week. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.